Committees are meeting today to receive testimony regarding the cybersecurity posture of this nation's aviation sector. I now recognize myself for an opening statement. I'm grateful to be holding this hearing this morning with my good friend and Chairman of the Transportation and Protective Security Subcommittee, John Katko. I want to thank him for convening this hearing with me today to examine a topic that I think fits hand in glove with the security of our nation. I have always said that cybersecurity is national security, and there's no better example of that than in the aviation industry. When we think of threats to the industry, traditional avenues of attack are what first come to mind. These threats, like hijackings and bombings, will continue to pose a major security concern moving forward. However, as devices, aircraft, and systems become more interconnected, cybersecurity will increasingly play a larger role in aviation security. That's because nation states, cyber criminals, and hacktivists all possess an incentive to manipulate systems within this sector. Whether it be looking to gain a competitive advantage or financially motivated actions or simply a political statement, the space will always be crowded by malicious actors seeking to do us harm. That's why we need to understand all avenues of attack, to prioritize their severity, and to mitigate those vulnerabilities as quickly as we can. Innovation has brought increased efficiencies to daily life, but it has also tied together networks like we have never seen before. Therefore, this is not a single-minded task. We cannot be narrow in our focus. We have to explore the entire aviation ecosystem as a whole. If we have a single weak link anywhere along the chain, then the entire chain can fail. Like earlier this year when we saw a ransomware attack which targeted the city of Atlanta and forced Hartsfield, Jacksonville, Atlanta International Airport to turn off its Wi-Fi services for hours. That's just one of many examples I could give to illustrate the cross-cutting nature of the sector. All of these pose inherent logistical, financial, and security concerns. It therefore becomes incumbent upon the Department of Homeland Security, Congress, and the private sector to work together to find ways to create resilient systems, to create redundancies, to share threat information, and to build safety and trust into systems that have become integral to American travel. Trust is instrumental in the continued health of the aviation industry. Customers and travelers need to have faith in the systems they are using, whether it be from the information on arrival and departure boards to security on the airplanes themselves. Losing the trust of the everyday American would be disastrous for this sector, and gaining it back would be an uphill battle. Fortunately, safety has always been an overriding concern of the aviation industry. The industry has typically and generally risen above all others in this case, as safety has been culturally built into this sector over time. The lessons learned from 9/11 have matured both private sector and federal government entities to the point that they are at today. However, we still need to clearly delineate roles of entities like NPPD, TSA, and the FAA, which we have come to rely upon for our security concerns. We have to build partnerships both within the private sector and within the government. Partnerships like the Aviation Cyber Initiative, which brings together government stakeholders from DHS, DOT, and DOD to tackle cybersecurity problems across the aviation sector. It provides auditing on a voluntary basis to further the goal of a safer, more secure ecosystem. DHS's National Protection and Programs Directorate recently announced the creation of a National Risk Management Center in its effort to enhance risk management integration across the public and private sectors. I'm very interested in the rollout of this center and hope it will become another essential tool for the public-private collaboration based on and focused on cybersecurity. By leveraging existing practices and partnerships already in existence, the aviation industry can maximize security benefits. A 2016 study found that 91% of airlines are planning to invest more in cyber programs over the next 3 years, which is up from only 41% back in 2013, and that is good news. Stakeholders remain poised to tackle the issues at hand and ensure a safe cyber ecosystem within their sector. And it is my hope that organizations like DHS's NPPD are offering support that is beneficial to this sector. In our continued efforts to support and work to support the work and mission space of NPPD, I want to remind my colleagues that late last year the House passed H.R. 3359, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency Act, a bill that is essential to solidifying and strengthening DHS's cybersecurity mission and which would support NPD's efforts to bolster aviation cybersecurity. I'm excited to explore the issue of aviation cybersecurity today. I have faith that all parties will rise to the occasion and ensure that the American people can always have trust in the cybersecurity within the aviation sector. I want to thank the witnesses for their time and for being here today, and I very much look forward to their testimony. The Chair now recognizes the gentlelady from New Jersey, Ms. Watson Coleman, the ranking member of the Transportation and Protective Security Subcommittee, for any opening statements she may